In this thought for the week, I want to think about what you're investing your most precious commodity in. Enjoy. Do you know, one of the things I've realised in church is that we are often limited in terms of our resources. But for us as church leaders, probably the biggest limitation that we have is not money, is not people, it's time. We don't have enough time to do all the things that we are expected or required to do in the pursuit of our ministry. And therefore, if that's the case, if we never have enough time to get everything done, then we have to make value judgments. We have to decide what we're going to invest our time in. Far too often we find ourselves investing in the trivial, investing in the immediate, investing in the things that say they're urgent but really aren't. We need to make a value judgment. What's the most important thing strategically for us to invest our time in if we're going to see the church move forward and become more effective? Now that's a really difficult shout sometimes. It's a difficult call to make, but it is a call that we need to make on a very regular basis. Because if we're going to move things forward, we cannot afford to be spending 80% of our time on the trivial, on the immediate, on the things that people say matter but really aren't moving us forward. As I thought about this recently in terms of my own church, I recognised that 60% of my time, approximately, I was spending on that sort of stuff. And only 40% of my time was being used for the furtherance of and growth of the church and for its mission in the community. Now, what I've started to do is to review that, to review my role, to review what I bring to the party, to begin to ask questions of others as to what they bring in order that they might supplement and that together we might be more effective as a team. And as we've gone through that process, it's not only helped me to clarify and begin to adjust the percentages, but it's also brought other people on board so that they might do what they are called to do. So that's my thought for the week. What are you investing your most precious commodity in? Now, you may say to me, time isn't my most precious commodity, money is my most precious commodity, but the question still applies. If you're spending 60% of your money as a church in maintaining the status quo, then you are investing in the decline of that church. I realise that's a dramatic thing to say, but I think the reality, it is a true thing to say. If we're going to accumulate, if we're going to grow, then as a church we need to speculate. With our most precious commodities, our most precious resources, we need to release our money in order that it might make a real difference for the sake of the kingdom. Maybe you say to me, time and money are not the issue, it's people. And the reality is the same applies. Are we encouraging our people to invest their time, their money, their resources, their effort and their energies in the things that are going to make most difference? Hope you found this interesting and helpful. If you have, then press that like button and give us the thumbs up. We'd be interested in any of your thoughts. What are you investing your time in? How do you appraise and assess your priorities in order that you might get the work that God's called you to do done? Hope you like this video, and if you have and you think somebody else might find it helpful, then share it and get the word out. And please think about following us, because we create videos like this all the time.